Morning all, hope you're doing well. Well, as you can see from the thumbnail, you all know where I'm going. I'll be heading up there today. I'm off to Eryri or Snowdon, but I'm not taking the pig trail, which is just up there, so I'm not taking that route. It's expensive to park, so I'm not doing that. So I'm taking the Watkin Path today, so I'm heading down to gwynedd, and I'm going to probably pay about £6 or £3 if I'm lucky. So let's do it. See you down there. Success. Managed to find a parking spot for free. Thank you. All it takes is a little bit of patience, as what Take That would say. Watkin Path. Let's do it. So that's where I parked the car, and that's where I am, and this is my route up, and there's the summit. I've actually done this before, about 2 days ago. Thank you, Facebook memories. But that was before I started recording for my YouTube channel, so I thought, I got a week off work. It's a lovely day. Well, it's been a lovely 2 weeks really. The weather's been amazing. It's not too hot, there's a slight breeze. It's fantastic. So yeah, let's carry on. So out of all the paths that lead to the summit, apparently this is the hardest one. And this path starts at the lowest elevation out of all of them. But I've still chosen this because like I said, I've done it before and it's not that hard. Well, not as hard as Idris. And also, it's the most scenic. How can you wear a woolly jumper in this weather? I'm only wearing a t-shirt and I got a sweaty waterfall down my back. Yeah, alright, I'm only saying. If I'm confident enough and it's not too busy, I'll have a bit of a swim on the way back. I've brought my towel and my swimming trunks with me. Tell you what, after this hike, it'll probably be the most refreshing thing ever. Would be awesome. I've sought refuge in the shade and I've been here for about 10-15 minutes just for a bit of a rest, and it was getting a bit too hot, so I just thought I'd come here, have a bit of a chill before continuing. So I've been just looking at the summit. That is definitely the summit up there, because I've been looking at it for a while and been wondering, is that the summit? And I can confidently say that yes, it is. It's about there, and just next to it you can see the summit building. That's how I know that that's the summit. So just below the summit there's like a little line that goes up. That's the route I'm taking, and that's also the hardest part of the trail, because mostly the trail's been, I don't know, about this steep. This last bit is about this steep, and then it'll end about, I don't know, this steep up to the summit. So I'll spend another 5 minutes here, have a drink, continue on, and then before I tackle the hardest bits of the trail, have another rest at the bottom, and then I will head on. And that is how warm it's been, ladies and gents. That is my sweaty groove right there. Also, I'm going to head on now, because this bit smells like pins and needles. I'm not going just yet. I've got pins and needles. I've been too comfortable for too long. Give me a minute. I'm getting there now. The summit is getting closer, and thankfully, mercifully, the wind has picked up, so it's a nice welcome breeze. And you can probably see behind me, the views are opening up. I can see the Threenog range behind me, and that's where I was in the last video. And you can see, I'll almost see like Porthmadog, Harlech, a bit of Barmouth down that way, well, in that general direction anyway. So I'm doing all right. So I'm looking forward to my my what is it, third stop of the day, well, of the trail I should say, before tackling the very steep gradient before the summit. So I'll get there, have a bit of a rest. Oh, look at that, isn't that stunning? Okay, the gradient has plateaued a bit now, so I'm going to have a 10-15 minute rest. I'm going to rehydrate myself before I tackle that thing there. There's the summit, and that is the view I will be looking at while I'm resting. But I'll tell you something, have a look at this view here. My word. Oh my goodness me, would you look at that. Let's pop over here, excuse the wind noise. Oh wow. So I think that might be the miners trail. I think that's the pig track right there, I think. This'll do me, it's even got a butt groove. Wow. I know it's pretty hazy over there, but you can still see for miles. And if I'm not mistaken, I probably am, I think that is Crib Goch. I'm sure it is. It looks craggy as hell and precarious, and I can see a few people on its ridge right now. I think sometime in the future, not in the near future because I'm nowhere near qualified enough. When I say qualified, I'm nowhere near fit enough. In the future, I will do Crib Goch. God knows when, but it won't be soon. Cue the music. Let's do it. That's it, I've reached the summit, did the old double tap. Now I'm gonna have a rest and it's decision time. Don't know which way to go yet, but there's a lot of think abouting to do. See you in a bit. Right, decision made. I'm gonna carry on towards Ffryddir instead of going back down the way I came. That way. I'm gonna go this way, follow the Ffryddir path for a bit, and then it loops around to the left, and then I will rejoin the Watkin Path at the halfway point just by those waterfalls. Unless something happens, I'll see you down there. Okie dokie, made it down in one piece. There's the summit over there, and I came all along the ridge line and down that steep gradient right behind me. That wasn't fun. In fact, that was a bit of a slog actually. I think it would have made more sense if I took the same route back, but I just did not want to go down that hill again. So yeah, as you can see over there, that's the Watkin Path. This path that I'm using will join up with it shortly, hopefully not too long. Then after that, it's swimming time. Back on the Watkin Path. Now, let's find a spot to swim in. Hope it's not going to be too busy. Okay, I've just left the path. It's all the way up there, but thankfully I quickly realised that that I can get to the other side of the river, and it's far easier to get to as well. Now I just need to pick a spot. That's all I need to do. In the words of Sheldon Cooper, I think this is my spot. Okay, here we go. I know I look weird. I'm a bit blind at the moment. Right, this is going to be so worth it. I know, but it's going to be so blowing cold. Can't talk. That is cold. That is cold. Oh, I'll have to scooch over a little bit. The rocks are a bit slippery. Sugar. I'm trying not to swear. Wolverhampton, exit plug deck. Okay, that's better. That is better. Quite deep as well. I think I'll put you somewhere else. Leave it high. There we go. Got ya. You know what, might as well have an underwater stuff as well, okay? Oh dear. My head's the only one that's not, the only part of my body that's not been underwater yet. Oh well. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Oh, I can just feel the salt washing away from my face. I'll tell you what though, I've been here since 10:30. It is now 7:20. Crikey, I've been here for 8 hours. The sun has been baking me for about 7.5 hours, and I've been sweating from head to toe for that long as well. So I'm very salty, and I think I need another 20 minutes before I become a cannibal's wet dream. It doesn't really get any better than this, does it? I mean, look at that behind me, seriously. And if I just spin you around, and you got that over there. I'm so glad I've done this. By the time I dropped down here to get changed, I was absolutely whacked. Honestly, I think it's going to be like, I don't know, another 40 minutes walk back to the car. It's really not that far. Would I do this again? Probably not. But then again, like I've said before in previous videos, my mind could soon change in a few days. But would I come up the Watkin Path just to have a swim? Yes. Oh my god, yes. You've got to come up here. But don't do what I did and come up here during half term. It's absolutely packed. I mean, you've seen the queues going up to the summit earlier in the video. Crikey. It took about 20 minutes to get to the summit. But it was still worth it though. I'm so glad I did it. And then almost everyone was so nice. I talked to almost everyone. And when I say almost everyone, a big, try not to swear here, a big screw you to about 3 or 4 people who didn't say thank you when I moved out of the way for them. So big screw you. But to the 95% of you, pleasure to meet you all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video slightly. So instead of waving into my car window, you know, to finish the video, I think I'm going to sign off here. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, and as always, see you in the next one. That's what I was trying to say.